And I see we got the lovely ladies of Off-Road. Do you lovely ladies happen to watch the Off-Road Racing Insider YouTube channel?
Yes.
Hello everybody, Jack Rapella here. Now, these Pro 2 trucks go through absolute HE double hockey sticks. Come take a look at this. This is only after one race. The body almost completely destroyed. There's so much work to do. There's so much maintenance to do. Let's go check in with these teams and find out how much work it really is. For those of you that dream of racing Pro 2, you better roll up your sleeves and you better love hard work. Let's go talk to some of these teams. Here with David from Team Rodrigo Ampudia. How much do those bodies cost?
2,000.
2,000? 2,000?
Yeah.
And you just destroyed one. Every race they get destroyed.
Yeah.
Thank goodness you got a good sponsor. That gets expensive, huh? $2,000 just for the body, guys. Take a look at this. These tires sustained a lot of abuse during that race. That's what happens, championship level Pro 2 racing. What is your name, sir?
Paul,
Where are you from?
Omaha, Nebraska.
Do you watch Off-Road Racing Insider on YouTube?
I will. It's just as soon as I get back to the campground.
That's what I love it. Thanks so much, man.
Thank you.
These are the hard-working men of the Lucas Oil monster-backed Rodrigo Ampudia team. Guys, how long is it going to take to get this truck ready again?
I'd say about a week.
Wow.
Una semana, no?
And how many guys working on it? This whole crew?
Yeah. Him and a couple other guys. Yeah.
Everybody's got a job. Just cleaning it. How long does it take to clean all the mud off?
Cleaning can take a while, but maybe a day or two.
You got to clean it before you can work on it. Thank you guys for the hard work. Let's go see if we can talk to the defending Pro 2 champion, Jared Brooks. Tough weekend for him. He was leading, he was fast, the truck shut off. Let's go see if Jared has figured out what the problem was. Jared, motorsports can be so unpredictable, so challenging, so frustrating. You had the fastest truck all weekend, but something happened to your truck. It shut off. What happened out there?
Yeah, for sure. We had a really fast truck at first, and I knew Doug had a fast truck as well. So right after the caution, truck was just like starting to lose power, and then Doug got around me, and instantly that lap just all power shut off. So we were dead in the water. So bummer deal, but you know, it's racing. Just got to keep my head high and go on. We'll try to get it figured out and head on to Arizona.
Or is there another spot in the system?
And go for the win. Going for broke now, and this truck's fast. So huge thank you to my team, K&N, Bill Stein, General Tire, HID Lights, everyone that helps me out. It's a family sport for us. So thank you guys.
You got a lot of smart men looking at it right now. You know, to try to sum this up for people, how much work is it after just one race to get this truck back to where it needs to be?
For sure. I mean, if you go through a race and you don't have any contact, I mean, it's kind of just a basic inspection, tighten bolts, pretty easy. But when you get into carnage and you're starting to rip off panels and stuff, we get done around 5 o'clock, and we're probably working until midnight. So an inspection is you know, doing hubs, new seals in the hubs, pumping brakes, all the little stuff that goes into it, and you know, there's a lot that goes into these trucks to make them fast, so it pays off at the end if you do it right.
Well, best of luck getting ready for the next one.
Thank you guys.
The starter to the master switch is not shorted also. Because that would prove it.
Oh, it was a great weekend for RJ Anderson, Ronnie Anderson, the guys from Southern California. They traveled all the way here to Wheatland, Missouri. Let's talk to them about how much work it's going to be to get that truck ready to go for the next race. RJ, we're talking about how you guys punish these trucks after just one race. How much is there to do to bring it back?
Oh man, it's more work than you could ever imagine, because not only does the truck take 3 weeks to prep and get turned back around depending on how many rounds you put on it, but it takes a village to prep the semi, mount and dismount tires and wheels, clean the awning, clean all your pin mats, pack it back up, unpack it. It takes a solid team, and I don't even think you can put the hours into words, because if you said how many hours, I don't think people would believe us.
Well, we wish you the best.
Thanks.
And young Ricky Gutierrez is another driver to keep an eye on. Made a big improvement this year, but really had a challenging weekend in Wheatland. Let's check in with his father of G Brothers. G Brothers, Team Ricky Gutierrez, a hard triple header here in Wheatland. How much work is it going to be to turn around your Pro 2 truck?
Well, we are packing up now and we're heading out to Crandon. We got to practice on Tuesday, so we got a complete prep job to do once we get to Crandon tomorrow, and then we're on the track for another 3-day weekend, Labor Day weekend. So once we do that, we'll head back to California for a full prep for the Arizona race.
How many hours do you think you're looking at just to get it ready?
Oh shit! Probably there'll be 3 guys on it. Probably. Well, for get ready for practice at Crandon, they'll be working on 12 hours a day at least, maybe more, and then so 36 hours there, and then getting it ready for the race in Crandon, probably another 3 or 4 days, and then heading back home to California. New motor put in by then. It'd probably be another full week. You know, long days of tear down and re-prep again.
Wish you the best.
Thanks, buddy.
Tanner, very sorry. What do you think happened here? Brooks was leading, he was strong, and the truck just shut off.
So far, we've taken the truck apart and diagnosed so far the battery is, grown in size, which is obviously not proper. And now we're kind of tracing it with Kevin Croyer. They do all the data and the engines and transmissions. So just trying to trace the truck back to get power to it so we can pull the data off it, and then maybe that would be able to tell us more. But at the moment, we're not 100% sure. Obviously, we see the obvious. Some of the battery cables got super hot. The batteries definitely grew in size as well. So not sure if it failed on, the battery side or the cable side first. But then we'll just go from there and, just get regrouped. Just go back to the shop, put our heads down, do what we do best, and that's just focus on us and, try to fix any sort of issues. We only have 50, 60 laps on this truck. So, not terrible, but, still a pretty good weekend. Qualifying good, definitely helped us with the points and everything like that. So in the long run, we just got to put our heads down and just focus and get through the rest of the year just nice and smooth and just finish every race.
After just one race, what is the most difficult part to turn these trucks around? What's the most time-consuming area that you focus on?
Washing it.
Really? How long does it take to get all? I mean, it's got to take a while to get the dirt out.
Washing it's definitely a pain, but it's more the fact of I like to wash it really clean, especially with a brand new truck. Scotch spraying this and that, and then also on top of it, going underneath it all the time, working on it, and dirt coming in your eyes and stuff. That's not fun. No. So yeah, but mechanically side, everything, literally everything gets touched every time. Every time everything comes off this thing and gets inspected.
And when you talk about washing it, you're not being a wise guy here. It's not just like putting a dirt bike up on the stand. I mean, mud hides in every nook and cranny of one of these little things.
You think you did such a stellar job when you get done half the time, and then you just look at yourself and like, was I blind during half of this? So yeah, there's definitely plenty of nooks and crannies for dirt and rust to grow. So just take our time and do it right, because it just helps you through the whole entire prep process essentially.
That's one spot where it's a lot easier for asphalt racers, isn't it?
Absolutely.
They can just start wrenching.
Yeah, but the good thing about here is Lucas Oil at Wheatland, Missouri, the track actually has really good clay on it, so it doesn't really stick to the truck as bad, and which makes it not stick on the housing, which then doesn't create rust. So, racing here at Wheatland has definitely helped us a ton, not getting the truck super dirty and rusty, and at the same time, it's given us the traction, to go fast.
Mickey, congratulations on a great outing. Here's the question for you. What's the hardest part of getting this truck ready after a race like that?
We pretty much tear these trucks all the way down every single race. Every race is just as brutal as the next, so we're gonna take it back to the shop, pull it all apart. It's got the load up tires on it right now. We're about to put it in the trailer. We'll go through pretty much every component, put a hand on everything, and get ready for Crandon in a couple weeks.
How many hours total?
Usually takes us about a solid week, so I'd say 40 hours, 2 guys. We can usually knock it out.
And what would you say is most difficult?
Most difficult? Oh, I don't know. It's all cleaning it. Definitely cleaning it.
I've heard that.
Yeah,
I've heard
getting
that.
all the rust off. We don't paint a lot of the components, so scraping all the rust.
Scotch Brite?
Yep, Scotch Brite and WD-40 pretty much does the trick. So that's definitely the most tedious part. But other than that, just looking over everything, replacing Heims, hardware, you know, going over every little piece.
Well, we know you got a tight turn. Good luck to you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We got some lovely ladies enjoying off-road. Do you ladies happen to watch Off-Road Racing Insider on YouTube?
Yes. 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 Woo!
Thank you very much. That bottle of champagne on the hood tells you we have found our winner. Doug, I know you put in the hours at the shop. You know better than anybody. After just one event, how many hours of maintenance are you looking at to get this truck back?
I mean, it's kind of a loaded question. If everything goes good, like on a weekend like this, where there's no big bumper repairs or chassis repairs or you know, chassis adjustments because you're far off the pace, like we're dialed, the truck's dialed. If we go home, I mean, we're still gonna spend. I mean, what do we got before the race? A month about. We'll probably still spend 2 or 3 weeks worth of work on this thing, just going through nut and bolting, replacing anything that has a normal wear and tear. Just because we have the time. At a race team, you always do whatever it takes to make your truck the best it can be. So if you got the time, you spend it. And after a weekend like this, we're gonna go through and just make sure everything's 100%, send back alternators and all that kind of stuff, and be ready for the next one.
How about the dollar figure? I've heard that these bodies can cost about $2,000 by the time you sticker them. We know the bodies get destroyed. How about everything else? What's it cost to race?
Oh man, I would say each race, if you price it out with travel, wear and tear on the truck, normal wear and tear on the truck, and you know, food for everybody and all, everything like that, I would say it's about 10 grand a race is what we spend. So it's a pricey one.
That's probably if all goes well.
If all goes well. If you're not replacing a motor, that's $50,000. If you're not replacing a transmission, that's $25,000. Just the normal wear and tear, I'd say you're about 10 grand a race.
Well, again, congratulations and good luck in the shop.
Thank you.
We're here with Joe from Team Doug Matag. Congratulations,
Thanks,
man.
man.
You guys were able to win it all. How
Feels
sweet's
good.
that feel?
Yeah, it feels super good, man. We had a lot of hard work to get here, and to be honest, we weren't even sure the truck was going to run. We had no test time, no nothing. Got here, and we had a top 3 truck right out of the gate.
It's amazing what you guys were able to do. Now, speaking of hard work, you can celebrate tonight, but as far as getting this truck ready for Crandon, how much work are you going to have to do, and how long do you have to do it?
To be honest, when you're running up front, you know, the whole time, the whole weekend, which we pretty much did, the truck's in great shape, minus, you know, body panels here and there, but just basic prep, go through it, make sure everything's, you know, nice and tight, and we'll be ready for Crandon. Well, you just roll through everything, check all the hardware, make sure all the Heims are, you know, tight. Just see what took a beating over the weekend, and you replace it, and then just put an eye on everything, and just make sure you have a solid truck for the next race.
So yet another advantage of taking the win, less maintenance, right?
That's right.
How about the fluids? Everything will get
fluids,
changed?
Yeah, absolutely. We always change all the fluids, no matter what. Change the filter, trans fluid, pull the pan, you know, check the screen on the oil system, make sure the motor's good. You know, power steering fluid, everything gets flushed, and we always start fresh.
Great job.
Cool.
So there you have it, guys. Yet another reminder. If you're afraid of hard work, you better not get involved in racing. It's big budget out here. It's also a whole lot of hours. Well, speaking of hours, thank you for watching all the hours we're putting in on this brand new channel, Off-Road Racing Insider. We're here to help elevate the sport, give you a little bit of an inside perspective in the pits. We love it. If you love it, make sure you share it with a friend who loves anything off-road, whether it's desert racing, whether it's short course, dirt bikes, we've got it all for you. Thank you for subscribing, sharing, and commenting on Off-Road Racing Insider here on YouTube.